Good morning, everybody. I am back with another portable power station video. This one is the 1000 watt hour Anker Solix C1000. I've had it for about a month, so in this video we will start with what my initial impressions were when I took it out of the box. We'll go over kind of some details about the power station, we'll go over the app, and then I will give you my thoughts on my use of the power station so far. If you're looking for something specifically, check out the chapters in the description below. Otherwise, I hope you find this video helpful and enjoy. All right, so when I opened the box, the first thing that I thought of was that this unit is an absolute beast. I had never used a power station with more than 700 watt hours, so obviously with greater power, bigger size. But when you compare this power station to other power stations of similar capacity, it is one of the smallest and lightest. The next thing that stood out to me is that I loved the layout of the front, especially how you've got the 6 AC outlets just kind of laid out right at the bottom. As soon as I picked it up, I realized how perfectly placed the handles on the sides are, because this unit is heavy, and having the handles placed the way that they are, it makes it really easy to carry with two hands like this, or if you wanted to carry it with one arm like a farmer's carry, it's also really easy because of the way that the handles are. The last unboxing impression that I had was I really like the flat top, no handles or anything in the way. It's not rounded or anything like that. So if you want to place the items that you're charging on the top, or if you're packing it in a car, you could put something on top. So I thought that was very strategic. The next thing I did was download the Anker app so I could pair the unit with my phone, but we will get more into the app in a moment. Let's get into some of the details about the Anker Solix C1000. First of all, the price, it retails for $1,000, but as of the time of this recording, it is currently $250 off for Black Friday. I saw that on their website and on Amazon, and I will put a link in the description for the unit. Right out of the package, it includes a home wall charger, a DC car charger, and solar charging cables. It's got a watt-hour capacity of 1056. We're gonna round down to 1000 for easy speaking. It can charge up to 11 devices at once. It's got one DC port with a max output of 120 watts, two USB-A ports with a max output of 20 watts, two USB-C ports with a max of a 100 watt output, and 6 AC ports with a maximum of 1800 watt output, and the surge pad technology in this one can power up to 2400 watts. It does have pass-through charging, which was important to me. And if you're not familiar with that, that means you can charge devices from the power station while the power station is charging. To me, that's most important in the car. If the battery on the station is getting low, we can charge it in the car on a road trip and still charge devices while the unit is being charged. It's got this really nice bright LED light with multiple settings. It is a lithium iron phosphate battery, and it is rated to have 3000 charge cycles. In my month of using it, I've only been through 2 charge cycles. As I mentioned, it connects to the Anker app, which we will get into in just a moment. It includes a 5-year warranty, which tells me they stand by their products. It's not a typical 1-year warranty. And the dimensions, it is 14.8 inches by 8 inches by 10.5 inches, and it weighs in at about 28.5 pounds. 12.9 kilograms, I think it's 28.4 pounds. We'll just round up to 28.5. All right, let's talk about the app a little bit. The app is great. It's easy to find in the Google Play Store because it's called Anker. Right on the front page, it gives you all the information you would need. Remaining battery life and time. It would tell you your input and output wattage if your station is charging or if you have anything plugged in. You can also turn on or off the power to the AC or the car charging ports. Down at the bottom, you can control the light and you can turn the screen on or off. When you go into the settings, this is where you can really customize things if you want. AC recharging power, I believe this refers to the maximum input wattage when you're charging the power station. Unit timeout, you can set it so the unit will automatically turn off after a certain amount of time of non-use, helpful in case you forget to turn off the unit. You can have the light blink in SOS mode, which could be helpful in case of a car breakdown at night. And then you could do your firmware upgrades in here as well. Now we can talk about some testing or uses with the power station. Let's start with the display. It only shows what it needs to. So if the Solix is on and nothing is plugged in and it's not charging, it will show you the remaining battery percentage and that's it. It may show the phone symbol flashing if it's not connected to your phone. When your phone is connected, it will display the phone icon. When you turn on the power to the AC or car socket, you will see on the display that those things are on. Then when you plug something in, within about 20 seconds, the screen will show the output wattage and the estimated remaining time the battery will last. My primary use for a portable power station is for road trips and camping. In the summer, we're camping almost every weekend and often get to go on 1 or 2 week road trips. So we need a reliable way to keep our electronics charged. For testing with it so far, I've primarily been using it with smaller electronics like phones, cameras, lights, headlamps, stuff like that. And with this 1,000 watt-hour station, it has been lasting a very long time. The best test so far with it, pushing it to its limits, a couple weeks ago, we powered our diesel heater using this power station for over 12 hours in 25 to 30 degree temperatures. The battery life on the Anker when I turned on the diesel heater was 93%. Over 12 hours later, when I turned off the diesel heater, the Anker power station was at 60%. I was pretty impressed that I was able to power a diesel heater for over 12 hours in 25 to 30 degree temperatures with the Anker power station only losing 30%. And one more reason I'm excited about this power station, next spring I plan on getting a camping fridge and I'm hoping that this will be able to power it, but obviously I can't speak for testing that just yet. A few more things to talk about. I didn't really have a category for them, but they are still important. First one is charging the unit. It is capable of charging extremely fast. When ultra fast charge mode is turned on in the app, this unit can charge to 100% in 58 minutes. When this device first arrived in the mail, I think it had about 30% battery and I plugged it into the wall. I did not even turn on the ultra fast mode. I didn't even have the app yet. And we went for a walk, my wife and I, for about 45 minutes. And when we came home, it was 100% charged. I was pretty impressed with the charge speed. But with the ultra fast mode on, I mean, that's crazy that a 1,000 watt hour battery is capable of recharging to 100% in less than an hour. And for me, where I think that is so important is when we're going on a camping trip and I don't remember to charge my things in time, I can just plug this guy in and it'll pretty much be at 100% before we leave. I have not charged it yet with solar panels, but if the power station is being charged with 600 watts of solar, it is capable of a full charge in less than 2 hours. It's rated for 1.8 hours. I think I have a 100 watt solar panel. 100 watt solar panel that I could use to charge it. Maybe next summer I'll do that. But if you have 600 watts, it can charge in less than 2 hours. Another really cool feature of this power station, it can act as an uninterrupted power supply. And this was pretty new to me, so I'll try to explain it the best I can. If you have devices plugged into the Anker while the Anker is plugged into the wall, if the Anker loses its power supply. So if your power goes out in your house, or the wall outlet that's plugged in, that the Anker is plugged into, accidentally gets pulled out, the devices that are being powered by the Anker will continue to run. Anker claims that there is a switchover time of 20 milliseconds that will allow devices to remain or give them their constant power without any interruption, hence uninterrupted power supply. So this would be especially important if you're powering things like a CPAP machine or a Wi-Fi router or a computer without a battery. Power gets disconnected from the power station and those devices are plugged into it. Those devices will continue to run without any interruption. And then lastly, they advertise that an expansion battery is coming in December. So if this is the unit for you, but it doesn't have enough power, you can double the power of this station with the expansion unit that will be coming in December. I was trying to make a section of things that I don't like about it, and I'm having a really hard time of coming up with anything. At least within this first month of me having it, I haven't had any negatives. If I had to think of one thing, it would be that it doesn't have wireless charging, but to me that's not really that important. And with the ability to plug in 11 devices at a time, you're probably not going to run out of outlets anyway. And maybe if I'm really digging deep, the only other thing is that it's kind of big and heavy. But with a 1,000 watt-hour power station, they're all going to be big and heavy. In conclusion, this thing truly is awesome. I can obviously only speak about its performance within my first month of using it, but it's great. I feel like Anker thought of everything. I am very happy with this power station, and if there's a need, I will make a follow-up video maybe in a year. But that's it for now. If you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing to my channel. Thanks for watching. See you next time.